iPhone 14 Pro Max. Basically, I have all the boxes here. This is the iPhone 2G or the original iPhone as is known, 5 lakh. This is the POV of all my iPhone collection boxes.
Help me help.
What's going on, guys? Genaro here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to a long overdue video that I've been planning to make for a long time now. So you're gonna watch and you're gonna see these bad boys. Basically my iPhone boxes collection that I have. I'm a huge Apple fan, so that's why I do it. Some people collect Pokemon cards, some people collect whatever. For this, make sure you like and subscribe because we are lit, yeah, me and you, and that is an actual factual fact. You can Google it, and let's get to the chase. Here I have all the boxes I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna basically talk about some of them and the story behind them, the iPhones and things like that. But first I gotta tell you that not all of these iPhones were mine. Some of them are from my friends, some of them I just bought separately, and I'm gonna tell you all about them. So let's jump into the bread. Now here I also keep some boxes that are from my Apple Watches, maybe from my MacBook and things like that. Not all of them are Apple boxes. Look, this one is not that interesting. It's just an iPhone 7 Plus leather case. So I just keep them here. But I'm gonna start with the star of this show because it's my main body, the iPhone 14 Pro Max that I got last year. I don't have the 15 Pro Max yet. Probably I'm not gonna buy it. I'm gonna wait for the 16 because it's gonna be a big difference. So it has all of these cuts and bruises, and it's all written down on it. And I threw this thing bad boy back in US when I was in US, and the story behind it, I was so excited. I had the iPhone 13 Pro Max before it. Yeah, I had some money, so I thought let me just buy the 14 Pro Max. It was a cool new iPhone with this new dynamic island instead of the notch. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you all of them, maybe here just for entertainment purposes. This is pretty messy. I have let's say the AirPods Pro. This is the second generation, so it's not the latest. They're not the latest. Here I have my MacBook Pro 2019 with the touch bar. I really like the touch bar. I'm a big fan of Steve Jobs. I have one book here and I have another one. Two Apple Watch Series 3. They're quite old, but this is my Apple Watch. It still does the job. I just need it to record my workouts. This is the first generation AirPods, the normal AirPods. Oh, Marius, I'm sorry. Here I have my iPad. I don't even know which one this is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Not a lot. Some cables, some chargers. And remember why I took this box out of here? It was here because I put it on my desk to remind me to make this video. So yeah, Christmas is over, but I still have these lights, so don't mind them. Okay, so basically I have all the boxes here. I put them just so I can see them, and I think they look pretty cool with the LED that usually is on, and I think it looks pretty cool. Okay, now I know I started with almost the latest iPhone, which is mine, but I want to start with the very first box that I have of an iPhone. I have here, for people that know what this is the iPhone 2G or the original iPhone as is known. Yeah, I don't have the box of this iPhone, but it's so tiny, it's so small, but it's like the very first iPhone, so I keep it, but unfortunately I don't have the box. Alright, the very first box that I have is of the iPhone 4, and yeah, this box is pretty simple, and this iPhone was simple, but it was revolutionary because of the edges and the bezels and things like that. It was different from the iPhone 3GS, but this was the iPhone 4. It was basically, this is how the iPhones are now, on the look of the iPhone 4. And also I have a black iPhone 4S. Both of these iPhones were mine and my sister's, so I think I had the iPhone 4, the white one, and she had the 4S. Basically the 4S was a bit faster, and it had Siri, which was an interesting thing for back then, but it was so unfortunate that it didn't have Romanian language. So yeah, this is the iPhone 4S. Moving forward, I have the iPhone 5 Black. This was the next generation after the 4S. It was a bit bigger, the display was bigger, the camera was better, it had the flash better, and yeah, it was an overall better phone. Next, I have two iPhone 5S, and one of these, the white one, was my brother's, and the black one was one of my cousin David's iPhone. And yeah, the big change was Touch ID. Here we had Touch ID, which was a revolutionary thing. Up until iPhone 8 Plus, we still had Touch ID. I still miss it to this day, but Face ID is a bit better. So, but I have this on my MacBook. I have Touch ID on. Oops, I have Touch ID on my MacBook, so I don't mind. But the next iPhone my sister had, it was the iPhone 6, but I don't have the box. It was from US, and my mother just came with the iPhone, not the box. So next I'm gonna show you the box of the iPhone 6s Plus. This was yeah, as the iPhone 6, but it was the S version. It was the big version. Now Apple had made the iPhones bigger battery, a bigger display, and a better camera. So yeah, this was not anymore with the rough 90 degrees edge. It was with round edges. So this is it, the iPhone 6s Plus. And now I'm gonna move to the controversial iPhone 7 Plus. I didn't have the iPhone 7. Again, my cousin had it. I had the iPhone 7 Plus, so after my iPhone 5, I jumped to the iPhone 7 Plus. Now, this was a big change. Also, my sister had the iPhone 7 Plus in rose gold. I had the black one. The biggest change from the iPhone 6s Plus was basically that it had no jack, so no more the headphone jack. That was a big controversy in the tech world, and other than that, it had two cameras, which was an interesting thing because you could do portrait like this video. Also, the home button was still there with Touch ID, but it was not a real button. It was a haptic engine that you press, but the glass just takes the pressure and it doesn't move, so it's not a button anymore. But unfortunately, I bought the iPhone 7 Plus in June of that year, so almost in September, when I knew the new iPhone will come out, and boy, it did. I don't have the boxes of the iPhones 8 and 8 Plus, but I have the box of the iPhone 10 or the iPhone X, whatever you like to call it. And this one was revolutionary because we still have this layout to this day. We don't have the notch anymore, but this iPhone came with a notch. It came with a big display that didn't have the up and bottom bezels of the previous iPhone. It didn't have the home button, nothing like that. And with this iPhone came Face ID. Face ID is so much easier, and basically the cameras were no longer horizontal, were vertical this time. And yeah, that's the iPhone X. And the next iPhone is the iPhone 11 Pro Max, which is my sister's iPhone. I don't have the box of the previous iPhone, which is the XS and XS Plus. So yeah, moving to iPhone 11. So iPhone 11 came just in an 11 iPhone. Also, I need to mention that I don't have the iPhone 5C, which was after the iPhone 5. And I don't have the iPhone XR, which was also launched with the iPhone 10. So iPhone 11 is still a reliable iPhone. My sister still uses it, and yeah, it's a great phone. But this was the very first iPhone with 3 cameras, and that is interesting. Now this is the iPhone 12. This was also my cousin's David iPhone, and yeah, now the design came back. So after a design of the iPhones that were rounded, now we came back to the design that we know now. And up until iPhone 13 Pro Max, I still had my iPhone 7 Plus, which was reliable, was good. I had to change battery though. But yeah, the 13 Pro Max was a big upgrade. And yeah, afterwards I just jumped to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and this is where I am now. I don't think I'm gonna switch up until iPhone 16, maybe 17, depending on how the iPhones go, but probably I'm gonna get the 16. And now that I have all the boxes here, I'm gonna arrange them and show you all of my iPhones. This is the POV of all my iPhone collection boxes. I still have some that were at David's house. Maybe I'm gonna get them and make a bigger collection in the future. And yeah, this is how it looks like. I think it's pretty interesting. And alright guys, that's been pretty much it with this vlog. I hope it wasn't too long. And yeah, these were my iPhones boxes collection that I have. Make sure you like and subscribe, and I will catch you guys into the next one. Peace out.
𝘕𝘂𝗵𝗵